Comrades, this is Tom from the Yet Unnamed Hockey Review channel here on YouTube. Today we're going to have a little fun going over the MIKLIN pads, which are from Russia. And please join me as we get started.
Writer.
Guys for joining me today. Plan on having a little fun here, looking at some MIKLIN Goalie pads from Russia. We have a couple special guests today joining us from Canada and one possibly from Sweden. So please enjoy. I put out a little video on GGSU last night and I got a pretty good response. So as you can see to my left, which is your right, we'll be doing a few shots during this video to kind of get a little loose, if you know what I mean. You guys have seen all these unboxing videos over and over, but this one's going to be a little bit different. Sit back, enjoy, grab a cold drink. If you like what you see, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, because I hope to do this again in the future, and let's have fun. Alright, so this is what arrived in the mail today. This package shipped on July 2nd from Russia, and it showed up on my doorstep today, the morning of the 10th. It did sit in Russia for 3 days before it left, so I'm incredibly impressed with the speed of shipment on these pads. Overall, the experience was very, straightforward, very fun. Talking to Gleb over in Russia, English translation back and forth is not the greatest, but he was very good and asked many questions to make sure that he wasn't confused, I wasn't confused, and we're both on the same page. So let's go ahead, let's open up this package. I haven't opened it up yet, so I'm excited to see what's inside. Alright, so what do you guys want to see first? Blocker, glove, or the pads? Start with the blocker. It's awesome. Really didn't know what to expect. I've seen very minimal reviews online regarding these pads, and I've seen a couple small reviews, but nothing that really went into super detail. So it's definitely excited to kind of try something different because, everybody has the same 5 or 6 different sets of pads. And, I thought, hey, why not? Let's do something different. Let's have a little fun. And plus, I've always kind of like eyeball things. So, like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to see these at the rink anytime soon. Blocker definitely has a bit of a glove is definitely tight, definitely needs to be broken in. It does feel very solid, and there is pretty good wrist mobility. And this cuff can be adjusted to be a little bit wider. So you do have some pretty good play with the cuff. What's that? Time for a shot? Okay. Went out and found this Russian standard vodka. I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm sure you could probably start a yak jet with it. So let's try it out. And this is for you guys. Because this isn't going to be fun. And if you can't understand me halfway through, it's okay. Cork top, interesting. That's vodka. So I've got these nice Russian Fabergé shot glasses, which I've had sitting around for the last 15 years. Finally put them to use today. Why not? Here goes nothing. Strobia. Smooth. Alright, so back to this equipment. What I like is all this is handmade by about 2 or 3 people in their small factory over in Novograd, Russia, which is east of Moscow. What I liked was, you could change some colors, some designs, some different specs, and I kind of tweaked this a little bit, just because I'm a bigger guy, so I like having a little bit different angle. Also at the same time, I did a little reverse colors on the glove and blocker. Gleb couldn't understand why I wanted to do it, but I thought it was kind of cool to show the gray and the blue bindings. Also, they use this Robocop material primarily, and then you've got your usual Gen Pro as your normal kind of offsets there. But this definitely feels solid. It feels very mobile. It's going to definitely take some getting used to. I would say the blocker sits a little bit lower than some brands. I'm pretty familiar with Warrior brands, which are 100% adjustable. This isn't, so something I'm going to have to get used to. Alright, what's next? The glove? Let's check out the glove. Here she is. Let's open her up. Yeah, please bear with me today, because this is my first time I made a real video, and it's not going to be smooth like I want it to be, but hey, it's all good. We're having fun. And just wait, we're going to have some good content from a couple of our friends here in the Goalie YouTube community as well. Now, if you see here, I've been told this is more like a CCM style glove. Definitely need to adjust this because my hands are a lot bigger than what this is set for. Each finger in here is captured separately, so it definitely gives you a good feel. It definitely is going to take a bit of a break-in period. See here? Yeah, it's definitely needs to be broken in. It's very stiff out of the bag. I love the size. I love the shape of it. The flexibility is awesome. But yeah, I mean, I could barely close it on my own. But when you open this up, it's got the dual T in there, the double pocket, deep pocket, which is nice. One with the fine skate lace as well, which matches all the colors on here. It's nice here is you do have this beefed up, and then this is covered compared to my Warrior gear, which there's a little place where your fingers are exposed. So I've never been a big fan of that. Yeah, but this is awesome. The attention to detail is definitely nuts. There's nothing out of place. And you can tell there's marks from where the people working on it. And it just tells you that, it was handmade by a single person, not, a big factory over in Asia. No, nothing wrong with that, but, you got a little bit more personalization to this. This glove definitely feels bigger than what I'm used to, so it's definitely a nice touch, but after we shoot this video, I'm going to be doing some break-in to this and see if I can get it game ready before Monday. Alright, let's go to the pads next. But wait, should we do another shot? Alright, let's change up our glasses here. Woo. Alright. It's definitely not smooth, so I don't know how to say it rough in Russian. But we'll get there. You know, before we go to our overview of the pads, let's send it off to Matt over at hockeyreviews.ca. Let's get his take on what he thinks of these pads. Hey, well, thanks for sending me these pads to check out, man. These Miklins are stick. I have not seen these before, so I'll definitely give you a good review. And as you guys know, I'm in my undisclosed parents' basement location here in Ontario. At the beginning of each one of my videos, I do ask you please to donate a cup of coffee, because really, I can use one. Seriously. I'm for real. Alright, well, you know, we're going to take a look at these pads real quick. And as you can see, I got my sick jersey collection behind you. You know, I spend, I'd say 95% of my paychecks on my jerseys. That's why I have to ask for coffee. But it's all good. Look at the glove here real quick. You see the blocker. You can see the pads lining up here together. They line up with the 36+1 Warrior G4. And then coming up next, we're going to kind of show you how the pads work in my favorite position, the RVH. It's Matt here again with hockeyreviews.ca, and I'm checking out these sweet Miklin pads that Will sent me to try out. It's awesome. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start doing my favorite move on and off the ice, the RVH. Let's do the VH first. Oh yeah? Alright, let's do the RVH. This is my favorite. I'm going to have my assistant come out here, my producer, shoot some pucks. Thank you. Alright, let's shoot some pucks. I'm ready. Okay. Thank you, producer. Alright, well, hey, these are some sweet pads. I can't wait to have them on the ice and get a better review for you. I appreciate you reaching out, Will. If you got a chance, please send me some coffee money and a jersey. Thanks, man. Have a good one. Take care. Back to you. Alright, guys. I'm back. Hopefully Matt had some good content for you, some fun stuff to say. I know he's busy managing his jersey collection, but you know, hey, whatever works for you. All right, who's ready to move on to the pads? Are you? Okay, awesome. Here we go. So the system definitely different. These are very stiff pads. I'm a big guy too. Let's get it. These are definitely light, but they're not the lightest pads I've ever seen. They do have a couple of interesting features which I do like. This outer roll is more of a triangle and it's pointing out, so it's supposed to help kind of cut down the angle a little bit and hit those, you know, near misses and push them out in the corner. Another thing with these pads, you can see the back. I added a boot strap, like a Lundy loop, which is an option. Basically with Miklin, you get two straps here and a strap here, and that's standard. And then whatever you want to add to it, you can. I've always kind of used the Lundy loop, but you have the option of removing it if you want to. Also, you have this strap here, which opens up this way, but it also opens up the opposite way as well, so there's a lot of adjustment. Let me just open this up for you as well. Let's see the side. definitely not a deep boot. It's going to sit on top of your skate, so that will make a difference. Also, this knee stack is massive. We'll kind of play around with that and see how I like it and go from there. Like I said, being a bigger goalie, having more support in the knee definitely helps. Also, on this material, more kind of like a Nash on the inner landing of the knee to help keep it in place. And then I also did the bungees, which you can add as well. That's an option. I don't know if I'll keep these bungees. I do like my pro laces, and we'll have a fun video coming out from Trav somewhere in Sweden or elsewhere. So I might go with a different brand, but definitely changes, and it does have options, which is pretty cool. These pads, I went with no break. Kind of did a demo on some Brian's Optic 2 pads recently, which I actually did order a set, and that's coming here shortly as well. But kind of like the no break, the stiffer pad. I'm trying to get more into a butterfly style, strictly butterfly goalie versus hybrid. Being older, slower, fatter, heavier, all the above. I'm trying to change my game up a little bit to how I used to play when I was younger. I was off the ice for roughly 20 years. And I'd say 18, 20 years. And I got back on the ice, and I thought from day one, hey, I could get back to the level I used to play at. And honestly, it was a tough pill to swallow, and I've been working hard at it, but it's taking its time. And it's not like snapping back like I thought it would. Now with these pads, you have different options for ordering the sizing as well. The boots, you can order different sizing on here. And this is more of a flat boot, as you can see. Also, you're going to measure up to the top of your pad, and they want you to take a measurement of a current pad you're using and subtract 1.5 centimeters, I believe, from the top, and that kind of gives them their thigh rise. I'm not sure how it's going to fit, but the thigh rise definitely seems like it's pretty solid. And then you're going to take your floor to knee measurement, and then that's how they find where your knee will go. I'm just going to put this on my leg real quick and kind of see where everything lines up. Because like I said, I haven't taken these out yet, and these are the first time I've seen them, so let's get a better idea of what we're looking at here. Yeah, this is something I'm going to have to put on my skates, kind of get an idea of how they fit, adjust them. I think they're going to be pretty sweet. Like I said, it's going to take a little bit of time kind of getting used to them. But also what's pretty cool here is, you see on the back, it has the model. They've got different models. They have more of like a hybrid goalie, they have butterfly goalie style, and different stiffnesses. I'd say these pads are definitely a little bit stiffer than what you think. So that's something, if you're interested in looking in more, you're definitely going to want to look at. But you have the model, my name on here. You've got your A, which is the top of the pad, for the toe, the boot to the top. You got your B measurement, which is your boot front to back, and then you got your C, which is basically, I think it's your either floor or ankle to knee measurement. And it's made on June 29th, 21. So I think that's a pretty sweet touch. You don't see very often. And look on the side here, I did something a little different with the silver and gray on the side to kind of break it up a little bit. I didn't want all blue. I wanted it to kind of stick out a little bit because there's a lot of blue on here and blue on the back. I don't know why people get white on the back of their pads, because in 2 or 3 months it looks like 5 or 6 cats went to the bathroom all over them. They just turn that nasty yellow color and never change. Also on here, you got your Rider Pro, my name, which is stitched on here, and you've also got the Russian flag, which is everywhere. Pretty sweet. Can't wait to try them. And when I do try them, I'm going to take a photo film of me on the ice with these pads and kind of give you an update of what I think of them. I know they're stiff. I can just feel that coming out of the bag, and it's going to take some time to kind of get used to and kind of give you a general idea of how I really do feel about them. Before we move forward, let's kick it out to Trav. Trav, how you doing? Don't know if you're over in Canada still, in Western Canada, or over in Sweden. So let me get your take on the pads and how you're doing. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me. It's Trav4 here. I just wanted to, give you a shout out. Say those pads are sick. Obviously you could tell I've been training, getting ready to go to Sweden. And spend some time over at the IKEA food court putting down those Swedish meatballs like it's nothing. Other than that, just been training hard. You got the flow going. And as Steve McKitchen said, if I keep, working hard, have a great season, possibly I can make the NHL or KHL next year as long as I did good and my checks keep clearing. So I'm going to keep that going. That's definitely a great thing. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I got to run. It's crazy out here, but Steve, Guy, Sweeney, and Pasco are in the hot tub and they're waiting for me. So last man's the loser. Gotta run. Stupid. All right, well, hey, thanks, Trav. I appreciate the heads up, how everything's going over in Sweden. Hope you have a successful season. We're all rooting for you. All right, well, I think this warrants another shot. So let's have some more jet fuel. Whew. I think I'll do all 4 of these shot glasses, and that will be my goal for this video. I'm hoping they get better as we go, but so far, not good. I've had some really good vodkas, and I found this one in a pinch, and it wasn't the most expensive. It was not the cheapest, thank God, but it wasn't the most expensive. So let's throw it up. Cheers. Woo! Oh man! All right, guys. Well, don't light a cigarette near me because I might go up in flames. All right. So let's go back to why I chose to go with Miklin. When I was looking for a set of pads, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to get something that was different, that I didn't see a lot, and I kind of went back and forth between JRZ, which I've never seen before until recently. A couple other pad makers. Kova made a pad for a while over in Finland, but they're not making pads anymore this year. And then somebody, came with the ideas, hey, why don't you check out Miklin? So I did a little research, and honestly, it was hard to find any information online. There is very minimal information, and their website is, it's okay, but it's hard to quite understand what their translations are. Savannah, you can't bump it because it's shaking it. Okay, you're fine. Just don't touch that. Okay, you're fine. You're good. You having fun? All right. Sorry about that, guys. We're back. But yeah, Miklin. I really didn't know where I wanted to go, and I wanted to get something kind of different, something I wouldn't see all the time. It's kind of how I've always been about stuff, and getting older, having a new baby on the way. I kind of figured, hey, it's time to do it now because in another 5-7 years, I might be too old to play. My body might not hold up, or I might have something else. Life might get in the way. So I said, let's do this. I had the opportunity to do it. Kind of searched around. Did find Miklin and reached out, and then the first response I got was from somebody with their marketing team who doesn't speak any English at all. So that was interesting. But he told me to reach out to Gleb Miklin. That's who's the owner of the company who makes the pads and helps create them, do all the research and development. Me and Gleb had multiple emails back and forth, and he was very responsive, very upfront, honest, straightforward in what he wanted to do, how he did things, what I should look for, what I should think about, and kind of put me at ease because it's tough buying something from Russia that you're not 100% sure about, especially a country like Russia. We've heard about hacking lately, viruses, holding ransomware, all that fun stuff. And the thing that was probably the diciest was Gleb, once you kind of go through, approve everything, everything's got to be 100% perfect in the way you send it in. If you do change something, he wants you to start over and resubmit everything again. That way there's no confusion. Everything is the way it should be. I did have, some things I want to do, like I said, with this blue cuff on here and the gray cuff on here, kind of change it up, make it a little bit different. He kind of fought me on that a little bit, thinking I was making a mistake, but I love the way it came out, and I love seeing the contrast. I will say probably the sketchiest thing was, sending the money to Russia through PayPal, because Gleb and Miklin does not look like that when you type it in and it pops up in Russian. So it's kind of like a crapshoot. But I reached out to a couple other people, and they kind of told me, hey, this is how it went. Yeah, it was kind of dicey, not in a bad way through them, but it's just you raise a couple eyebrows because you've heard of people being scammed before. But he basically told me, once the money comes through, he'll start, on the state, which literally it took about 6 weeks to get the pads made, if that, from final conception, down payment, and then he gave me a date of end of June, early July. And I would say probably on the 26th of June, I got an email saying, hey, your pads are moving. He gave me a couple sample shots of everything in progress. And he said, I'm thinking next Tuesday, which is early July, they'll be ready for you. And then, once we get final payment, then I'll send them your way and make sure everything's good before I ship them. So everything was great contact-wise with him. Every concern, question I had, he answered. I would definitely recommend giving Miklin a chance. Do the exchange rate. You can get a good deal versus some other stuff. And these are pro-level pads. I've had numerous sets of pads in my life, pro level, and you can tell attention details there. These used to be used quite a bit in the KHL, so they've been through stuff. They've been used in high level leagues, so there's nothing to be afraid of as well. I will give you a nice review and kind of give you more of an update, but I'm definitely excited to see what we have here and go forward and let you know. So I do thank you for joining me today. I'm trying to be funny, and there will be funny bits here and there. But please subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing some more funny items as well, because life's too short. You gotta have fun. So please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much, and please leave any comments below, and I'll respond. Thank you. Okay, you can stop.